Welcome to the Riskwiser Zone, the podcast where we dive into the world of stocks and finance to help you make informed decisions about your investments. I'm your host, Louis, and I'll be guiding you through the latest news and trends that affect your financial well-being. Today, we're starting with a look at the global markets, which have been experiencing some significant fluctuations lately. The Indian rupee, for example, has been facing a tough week, weakening to 87.53 against the dollar due to unexpectedly punitive tariffs on US-bound shipments from the country. This has led to substantial weakness in the currency, with sustained portfolio outflows and a stronger dollar index putting pressure on the rupee. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank of India has been intervening in the market, selling dollars to support the rupee. Traders expect the rupee to be under pressure on Monday, with the currency expected to trade near record lows, as the RBI's $5 billion dollar rupee buy-sell swap is expected to mature on August 4. In other news, Figma, a software company, has seen its stock price soar after its initial public offering. The company's market value has reached new heights, with revenue growth and venture capital investments driving its success. However, the company's trading volatility and Adobe's failed acquisition attempt have also made headlines. As we navigate these complex financial stories, it's essential to remain fair and balanced in our analysis. We'll be exploring these topics in more depth throughout the show, examining the potential risks and opportunities for investors. We'll also be discussing the implications of Donald Trump's tariff announcement on global trade and the potential impact on your investments. Our goal is to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of the financial landscape, helping you make informed decisions about your portfolio. We'll be right back with more from the world of stocks and finance on the Riskwiser Zone. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. We're glad you're joining us again as we dive into the world of finance and economics. I'm your host, Louis, and today we're discussing a story that's making waves in the markets. It's all about the recent jobs report and the unexpected twists that came with it. Now, I know some of our listeners might be thinking, jobs reports, tariffs, and trade policies. Isn't this just another day in the world of economics? But bear with me, folks, because this story has some interesting implications. The latest jobs numbers showed a significant revision, with tens of thousands of positions added or subtracted from previous estimates. And that's where things get interesting. It seems that President Trump took issue with these revisions, citing them as phony and questioning the integrity of the data. He even went so far as to fire the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, William Wyatrowski. No, wait, it was actually Ms. Mankentarfer, who had been leading the BLS since 2023. Now, I'm not here to take sides or make political statements, but it's worth noting that this move has raised some eyebrows among economists and analysts. Some are defending Ms. Mankentarfer, saying she conducted herself with great integrity during her time at the BLS. Others are warning that this move could damage the credibility of U.S. economic data and the statistical system as a whole. And then there are those who think this is just another example of the administration's efforts to reshape trade policy and exert more control over the economy. Now, I'm not going to weigh in on the politics of it all, but what I do want to highlight is the potential impact on the market. The tariffs that Trump has imposed on goods from countries around the world are already causing ripples, with shares in the U.S. tumbling and losses accelerating throughout the afternoon. The S&P 500 closed down 1.6%, while the Dow dropped 1.2% and the Nasdaq fell 2.2%. And it's not just the U.S. markets that are feeling the effects. European and Asian markets are also taking a hit. So what does this all mean for investors? Well, it's clear that the trade policies and tariffs are creating uncertainty and volatility in the markets. But it's also worth noting that some analysts think this could be an opportunity for investors to rebalance their portfolios and look for opportunities in sectors that might benefit from these changes. As always, we'll be keeping a close eye on developments and bringing you the latest analysis and insights right here on the Riskwiser Zone. And remember, it's not just about the headlines. It's about understanding the underlying trends and making informed decisions about your investments. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on the Riskwiser Zone. Welcome back to the Riskwiser Zone. We've got a final segment for you today, and it's all about staying informed on the latest developments in the world of finance. We're taking a look at two stories that caught our attention recently. First, Mogo Inc., a Canadian financial technology company, announced that it has closed its previously announced acquisition of Wise, a digital mortgage brokerage firm. This move is expected to expand Mogo's offerings in the mortgage space and provide more options for its customers. In another development, SHARC Energy, a world leader in energy recovery from wastewater, has announced an update on its convertible debenture financing. The company is moving forward with a new offering, which replaces a previously announced one. This move is part of SHARC Energy's efforts to continue growing and expanding its operations. It's essential for investors to stay up to date on these developments, as they can have significant implications for the companies involved and the broader market. At the Riskwiser Zone, we're committed to bringing you balanced and unbiased information to help you make informed decisions. As we wrap up today's show, remember that investing always involves risk. It's crucial to do your research, diversify your portfolio, and never invest more than you can afford to lose. That's all for today's Riskwiser Zone. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, invest with caution.